guys, Brixenta here. Welcome to vlog number 3, episode 3 of Dream Big Diaries, and part 1 of my journey auditioning for The Voice. I hope you enjoy this vlog. When I was about 9 years old, I wanted to join the band. That was the first time that we had the opportunity. I was always a little bit jealous that the string instruments got to start the year before. So I was really excited when we had the opportunity to pick out an instrument, to try different things, to see what we liked, to see what we wanted to do. I ended up playing flute, and that is where my journey begins. When I was 9 years old, I started playing flute, so of course I started learning the theory, which in later years would come in very handy. I am so grateful for that experience, and it was so much fun doing band throughout. I know, I'm a nerd, but it was so much fun doing band throughout my last year of elementary school, all through junior high, all through high school. In high school, I decided that I loved music. I did like all the musical stuff. I did band, color guard, pizzazz, choir, drama club, you name it, that's where I was. In high school, I was into the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, I kind of liked Christina Aguilera too. I decided I wanted to be a pop star. I wanted to be the next Britney Spears. And I knew it was a far-fetched dream, but I was holding on to it. I was like, I'm gonna do this. It's a crazy dream, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But I was that shy girl in the corner that didn't really ever talk to anybody, that I'm totally different than I am now. I had a few friends, but not too many, and when people did try to talk to me, it was usually I would briefly answer their questions as short as I possibly could, and that would be the end of the conversation, because I might have been socially awkward in high school. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure. Regardless, I was shy, and it took a lot for me to get to know somebody. I didn't really have a lot of friends. I just had a few band friends, and that was about it. And I also got made fun of by a lot of different people, including family. I would get made fun of for singing, I would get mocked, I would get made fun of when it was time to do an audition. It was really hard to go through all that and just have any sort of confidence whatsoever. And it was just not a good situation, not a good situation to cultivate this gift. So when I was a junior in high school, I was going to a very conservative church, and I knew I needed to make a decision, and that decision was to get baptized, but I needed to make the decision of joining that church or finding a different one. If I joined that church, that meant me giving up basically everything I knew. I didn't know how my family was going to react. I had to give up my dreams of being a professional singer, just basically giving up life as I knew it. Or I had to go find a different church to get baptized in. I don't regret the decision whatsoever, but I decided to join the church, gave up everything I knew. I still played guitar, still played piano once in a while. So during this time, I gave all of these music dreams up. I still played a little bit, but most of what we did was a cappella in the church. There was no leaders, no worship leaders, like nothing like that. So it was definitely not an environment to grow any sort of musical dreams. Throughout that time, I learned a lot, I grew a lot, and I don't regret my decision, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm willing to lay it all down for something I feel that's worth it. And I'm willing to make sacrifices for something I really believe in. So I'm so thankful for that experience. But then I felt like it was time to pursue music again, and which was another hard decision, because I knew the church wasn't going to like it. I knew some of my friends weren't going to like it. That I was going to once again change life as I knew it. I knew that once again life would be changed as I knew it. I was giving up a lot to to pursue music again. I didn't have a church to go to, so I had to find one. I didn't have any musical connections, so I had to start those. I had no idea what I was doing. So I ended up finding this church, and throughout the years I did a little bit of worship leading. So it ended up, at the start it was really good, and I was really pursuing the music, and throughout the years it just kind of stayed like that. Kind of didn't really leave that place of, just doing worship, which there's nothing at all wrong with it, but that was only supposed to be a starting point, and I stayed in that point for far too long. So fast forward to about 2012 or 2013, I think, and I lived in Kansas City. I had 2 roommates, and one of them decided to buy me voice lessons for Christmas. I ended up crying because no one believed in me enough to do anything like that. I couldn't believe that she would take finances that aren't always easy to come by, that she would take these finances and invest in me. It was just, I'm tearing up thinking about it, but it was like the most moving thing, and it was such an encouragement that somebody believed in me enough to do something like this, to do something that was kind of crazy. And so that kind of started a whole new series of events. So not too long after that, I felt like I was supposed to quit my job and pursue music even more. So what I thought I was going to do and what I ended up doing were very different things. I thought I was going to go to this music school. That didn't end up happening. So what I ended up doing was, for about a 6-month time span, is I was just working on songwriting, working on playing piano, working on playing guitar, working on my voice, all of that stuff for 8 to 12 hours a day. Still didn't think I was going to be a professional singer at that point, but I was pursuing music more, so it was good. And during that time, I decided I knew how to play keys, sort of. I knew theory, and I knew where all the notes were. They just weren't connecting, and I couldn't figure out why. One day I was in the prayer room, which is a place in Kansas City. I was in the prayer room, and I was praying, and I was listening to the woman leading worship, and I was watching her play piano. And I was sitting there, and I was thinking, man, she's so good, but I'm never going to be that good. I'm just not that talented. I realized that lie was looming over my head, and so that was not a good thing. So I decided, I prayed about it, and I decided that lie was no longer in my life, that had no place in my life anymore. I didn't really think much about it after that, but later that day I went home, and suddenly I could play everything connected just the way that it should, because of the theory that I knew, because of the notes that I knew on the keyboard. All of it finally connected, and I could actually play the songs I wanted to. And it was that lie was holding me back. So if you have lies over you, make sure they're not holding you back. Make sure you speak the truth over yourself, because those lies can really creep in and mess up your life pretty much. Even through all of this, I still had a lot of fear and low confidence in my musical abilities. So in the next video, you're going to see about my actual journey auditioning for The Voice, and what fears I overcame, how I overcame those fears, what that journey really looked like. Alright guys, so there's a little bit about my journey. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you would do me a big favor, if you liked this video, click like down below, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to connect with you, leave comments. If you guys would like to follow me on any other social media, I am Brixenta on Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook, and on Instagram, I am Brixenta Music. I really hope to connect with you. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your journey. I want to hear how I can help you, what you want to see. So leave a comment below or connect with me on other social media. Love you guys, and as always, dream big.